What's up, J Fusion fans, and welcome back to another Superhero Time review. Now, before I continue on, I would like to place a bit of a spoiler warning for today's episodes. So, if you want to see the full episodes, hang tight. They'll be out soon enough. Anyways, let's begin. Now, for today's Kamen Rider Geo, we start off with Sogo being transported into the future where he meets Oma-Gio and challenges him to a battle. But in the midst of the battle, he is suddenly transported back into our time, but things are actually different. And today's episode, revolves around that plot. And if you guys have seen the previews for today's episode, we do see the return of two characters. One is Hiryu Kakogawa, also known as another GO, but now he has powered up into another GO too. And we also see the return of Tsukasa Kadoya, aka Kamen Rider Decade. Now, for this episode, Tsukasa doesn't transform, by the way. So, he's just there to observe stuff like he did in some previous episodes. But I'm not sure if he's gonna do something that's, going to affect the plot in the next episode. So, we're going to have to find that out next week. Now, for this episode, I've noticed that there's a lot of action. There are a lot of fight scenes today. We start the episode with Gio versus Oma-Gio, and then we see Grand Gio fighting another riders. So we do see the return of some of those suits, and there's also some Gio versus Gates action today. So there are a lot of fights. Now, regarding the plot of this episode and probably this arc in general, we do have a story about, alternate timelines. Now, when you have these plots in any kind of story, whether it's like in novels, in movies, or games, anything is possible. So maybe this isn't the possibility that some people wanted to see, and maybe this is the kind of possibility that others wanted to see. But again, there are other story options that are open. Well, there are many story options, practically limitless, when you have, time, history, and time-altering stuff, parallel universes. And again, that's what happens in this episode. So, like I said, when Sogo comes back into our time, he finds out that everything is different. So that's what happens. Now, for Ryu Soldier, by the way, so we are introduced to Kanaro's younger sister, Oto, who I believe is named after Otohime from the legend of Urashima Taro. Well, I think the undersea Ryuso tribe were kind of based around this legend, which I think I've mentioned before because of the Ryugujo, which is the underwater castle where Otohime lives. So Oto comes to comes out to dry land to look for her brother, and things go wrong. So again, this is another Kanaro focused episode. So when we talk about the Sixth Rangers and their debuts, it would take about like maybe 3 to 4 episodes depending, but maybe at least 2, at most 4. It depends on how the story is written. So we do see, however, that Kanaro is indeed a good person, but why he doesn't trust the the Ryusoulgers, well, actually, it's already been explained if you have read our articles before. So I guess they're no longer some spoilers. So I have said before in his backstory that the underwater Ryuso tribe had squabbles with the Ryuso tribe who remained on land. So because of some wars after the Druidon had left, so the Ryuso tribe that went into the sea became Kanaro's ancestors, and because of that, I believe he still doesn't trust the Ryusoulgers who have descended from the rest of the Ryuso tribe that remain on land. So I think in the upcoming episodes, Kanaro and the other Ryusoulgers might work together, not only to become a team, but bring back those two Ryuso tribes together in the future. So it's going to be interesting because I think this would also tie into the movie, because the movie happens like 65 million years ago. Again, we do see them fight against the Druidons, but it may be possible that we also see the squabbles, the wars that happened between the Ryuso tribes that eventually became the ancestors of Ko and the other Ryusoulgers and Kanaro's ancestors. So that's something to look forward to in the movie. So one thing that I found in common with these two episodes today is that they do have some connections, or they do have some things that are mentioned that are probably going to tie into the movie. Now, for Kamen Rider Zi-O, well, this is a bit of a spoiler. We do see Sogo summon Kamen Rider Drive, but it's said that despite having all the ride watches together, which is how we have our Grand Geo ride watch, the powers of Grand Geo are apparently incomplete because of the Drive ride watch. So this is probably why Kamen Rider Drive's plot will be important to the Overquartzer movie as well. And for Ryusoulger, like I've said earlier, we might see the story of how the Ryuso tribe split and became the land-based Ryuso tribe and the sea-based Ryuso tribe. So I guess we're going to have to wait for the movies to come out and see what happens. So anyways, that's all for today. I think both stories are enjoyable. For Kamen Rider Zi-O, I might give it a 3.5 out of 5. Like, the action is good, but the story, well, it's not that bad, but it's not that impressive either. But it's generally entertaining. And for Ryusoulger, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. So anyways, if you like this video, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you guys get the latest from JE Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you on the next Superhero Time review. Bye!